Hey lovelies, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Jazz, and today I'm showing you guys my simple everyday makeup routine. This is a routine that I don't do on a daily basis, but if I was gonna do it, I'm gonna do it this way. So we're just gonna get right into it. I am starting off on a very fresh, clean face. It is moisturized, there ain't nothing else on it, nothing else at all. My eyebrows are already done. I mean, they look good enough for me, but whatever. So I'm going in with the Benefit Porefessional primer, and I'm just placing that on my cheeks and blending that onto my skin. This primer does a really good job at smoothing out your pores and really smoothing out your textured skin if you have any at all. It creates a very nice canvas for your foundation. Then I'm going in with my Maybelline 24-Hour Superstay foundation in the shade 330. And I like a little bit of full coverage, I ain't gonna lie to you, regardless of whether it's natural or not. I go in with about 4 or 5 pumps of this foundation. And then I go in with my fingertips and apply it to my face, mostly focusing on my cheeks because that is where I like my coverage to be. I have a few marks left behind from pimples and stuff, so I do focus the foundation more so on my cheeks than anywhere else. There are 3 different tools that I like to use when blending in my foundation, but I think I decided to go with the NYX number 3 buffing brush. This is a very soft but dense brush. It's great for buffing in foundations and creams and anything like that. I do take my time, I take my precious time when it comes to blending in my foundation because that is the start of your look right there. If you're not blending in your foundation, you're gonna have streaks, you're gonna have spots, you're gonna have dry areas or anything like that. You want to make sure that your foundation is completely blended in to wherever you place it, making sure that your foundation base is flawless and seamless and all that good stuff. Then I'm going in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Caramel. This is not a highlighting shade for me. Like I said, this is more of a natural routine, so I didn't decide to do a highlighted look today. So that's why I chose this shade, which is close to my skin tone or like a shade lighter than me. So as you can see, I'm placing that under my eyes. I will be placing that on my chin, on my nose, and on my forehead as well. Now, I was being super lazy, so I didn't dampen my beauty sponge before doing this. So I just used my MAC setting spray to dampen my beauty sponge. And yeah, I just go in wherever I concealed and I blend my concealer out. So I'm going back in with my NYX number 3 buffing brush that I use for my foundation, and I'm just blending in the concealer into the foundation, making sure that there are no lines of demarcation. Like I said, I'm going for a seamless and flawless look as always, so I'm just making sure that everything is blended very nicely. And I'm going in with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, and I am just placing this in the areas wherever I concealed. As you can see, I am not caking on my powder. I am blending my powder into my skin. I am not letting it bake. Usually when I bake with whatever powder, I usually end up looking like I'm ready to go into a casket. Like, I look so ashy. I don't know what it is. I've tried many powders and they all do the same thing to me. So I just rather not bake. But With my chin and my nose, I do add a little bit more powder because they just tend to sweat no matter what. Now I'm going in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Deep Bronzer. I'm just taking a blending brush and I'm just placing that in the perimeter of my face and my cheekbones, and it'll go in my nose area. As you can see, I'm not super neat when I'm applying my bronzer because I'm not really contouring, and I'm just adding warmth to my face. Then I'm just taking a big fluffy powder brush and I'm just making sure all my powders are blended in together. The theme of this video is seamless and flawless, so that's what I'm trying to go for, you know? I'm going back in with that bronzer that I used already, and I'm just going to be placing that in my lids to add a little bit more depth to my eyes. Again, just bringing that warmth back to my face so that I'm not looking flat anywhere. I'm also taking that same bronzer and I'm placing that on my lower lash line as well. Now I'm going in with this sample NARS blush. It is in the shade Orgasm, and this is a beautiful blush, but I just don't understand why they added a mirror to this terribly tiny sample. But it is a beautiful blush, and it has a little bit of shimmer in it, so I do get a little subtle glow. I'm going back in with that setting spray that I used earlier and just setting my face to make sure everything melts together. Then I'm going in with my favorite drugstore mascara. It's by L'Oreal, and it is their Carbon Black mascara, and I'm just placing that on my eyelashes. I'm also using that mascara for my lower lash line as well. Going in with my favorite gloss by Fenty Beauty, the Gloss Bomb. This gloss is awesome. I always get asked what is on my lips, and it's literally just this gloss and my lips. Like, I mean, it makes my lips look so much more luscious than they already are. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that is pretty much the look. I kept it really simple, short and sweet. I could have done a lot more, but didn't want to. But I'm trying to figure out this hair. It was raining today, so it was definitely blown up from when it started. But it's all good. You see, I'm trying to still serve looks. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. I'll catch you in the next video.